Like the stream. Check, check, check. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let me adjust this camera a little bit. What's up? Welcome back. Another EP Live. Right on the aftermath, the day after State of Play. Let me know about that audio, if I need to turn it up, turn it down, change it, alter it. Love it. I think right about there is probably pretty good. I want to be able to enjoy the lo-fi beats. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I figured we would go live today and talk a little bit about that State of Play. That was crazy. Probably the best State of Play I've seen in several years. I mean, I'll be honest, I feel like they really killed it. I feel like they did a really, really good job. Some really good reveals. Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid. Oh my gosh, imagine if you had told me like 4 years ago, if you were like, yo, Evan, State of Play, Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, new 007 game, I would have been like, get the fuck out of here. No way. Patriot Jedi, great convo in the Discord just now. Hope you know I'm never coming at you, brother. Never coming at you. But I gotta protect my Discord server, man. You give, if I start giving you an inch, some other insane person is gonna come in and take 72 miles, and then my server's gone. That's how it happens. And I know that from experience. That's not paranoia. That's experience. That is what has happened. Anyways, let's we got State of Play. All love for me, brother. And you know what? Hang on a second. While I've got you in the stream, I'm going to show you my lightsaber right now. 1 second. Here she is. All water flows under the bridge. Holmes, call me Sherlock. Here she is. Luke's lightsaber from... I would be wearing my gloves, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. Ah, she's fucking beautiful. I can't tell you how nice this thing is. It's actual metal. It's got some heft to it. It's weighty. I got the blade behind me. No gloves? Yeah, they're somewhere. I'm not gonna go... Oh, they're over there. I could have grabbed them, but...
Power on. Flash off.
Gonna ask if it's... Oh yeah, it's heavy. It's metal. It's heavy. Very high quality. It's really good. It charges with USB, which I really... USB-C, which I really, really love. I owned something similar to this as a kid. And it went on batteries, like AA batteries, and that was really annoying because I had to replace them a lot because I was a child and I played with it all of the time. You see, it's got a bunch of colors. I'm trying to get it to green, which is what I want it to be. There's too many colors. I think that you can sync it up with an app, but I haven't fucked with that at all. No, your favorite saber color is what? Orange? I know Look, I like the orange on Kyle's saber, but my favorite saber color is green. I like the orange on Kyle's saber specifically, but there we go. Now we're Return of the Jedi. Okay, there it is. The Master Replicas, Return of the Jedi took AA batteries. Yeah, those classic fucking ones from like probably I mean, it must have been 12 or 15 years ago because I was a kid. Normally, given the kind of environment I lived in, that wouldn't have been something I could have because it was just too expensive. But we found some cheap models at a warehouse thrift store, which is why I was able to fuck with it. Okay. Now we can talk state of play. Of course, I'm gonna have to talk about Bond, but we're gonna get to Bond. Let's talk. I wanna talk about some of the other stuff. Do I need one for the collection? Hey, you know what the code? You know the code to use when you decide to get one. You just let me know. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Bond. Obviously, that's the biggest one. Thanks for taking the time to show it. It needs a place in the background when you stream. So here's the thing. I need to set up my background in general, like a poster and stuff. I would love that. I would love to have a poster back here, some lights, but I also don't know how much longer we're gonna be in this apartment. I think we might be moving soon. So I don't wanna overdo it on the decorations or anything, but I'm working on a fiction novel, a sci-fi fiction novel that I'm going to build out into a universe, and I think what I want to do is when I get the cover art commissioned for that and I get the thing on sale is put a poster for that back there. But in the meantime, building up to that, I'm thinking about getting like a Star Wars poster or something to put up there. It's kind of like a placeholder. Okay. Everybody make sure to put your state of play thoughts. No point in making it, yeah, that's the thing, so no point in making it all nice. But I mean, I could make it a little nicer if I'm going to be streaming 3 times a week and I'm not planning on moving for about 10 months. You know, that's hundreds. I think that's around 200 and something odd streams. 3 times a week. No, that's maybe a little over 200 streams if it's 3 times a week for the next 10 months. If not, it's close. Romeo is dead, man. Looked fantastic. Pseudo51 is a crazy mofo. Welcome to the stream, Snake Plissken. And when I was live streaming it, my reaction was a little on the lower end, but I think looking back on it, I'm a little bit more favorable of it. So when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? I wasn't crazy about it, but in hindsight, I think it was actually cooler. I think I want to give it a better chance. I don't even know what state of play is really, you know. I don't keep up with the new video games. It's Sony checking in with the industry, saying here's some cool stuff we got in the works. Apparently they do one. You never know when they're going to do it or how many they're going to do every year. I'm looking for a recap. And plus we got Summer Games Fest tomorrow, which 2 events in a week, you know, that's awesome. Yeah, we're making it happen right now. Is it like E3? It's like a mini E3 only for Sony games or Sony related, like games that are being funded or promoted or something to do with Sony. It is a Sony event. State of Play is a Sony event. Let's look at some of the announcements. First off, Astrobot. We saw Astrobot. That's pretty cool. And the new Bloodstained. So I used to be friends with a guy who loved Bloodstained. R.I.P. E3. Oh, Eric, tell me about it, man. Yes. Rest in peace, E3. I think a little piece of me inside died whenever they said no more E3. I was not happy about that. God, man, E3 was what it was all about for a while. I'm gonna miss it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Bloodstained. I used to be friends with a guy who really loved Bloodstained. So, missed the response if you answered my E3 question? Yeah, I did. I said it is like E3. It's a lot like E3. It's Sony E3. It's E3, but only Sony. Sony runs, Sony products, or Sony adjacent products. Michael, what's up, homie? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement, looks really cool. I'm not a Bloodstained guy, but I used to be friends with a guy who loved Bloodstained a lot. I thought the Bloodstained Blasphemous crossover was cool. Loved the first Blasphemous. Snake Plissken, Silent Hill F, Final Fantasy Tactics, Neo 3, Bloodstained 2, Romeo, Astrobot. It was a good state of play for me personally. Yo, most of that you named, awesome, but how are you not going to list Bond? The new 007 game was my highlight. It looks so good. Fire. Bloodstained, you want new Blood Rain? I wonder who owns the Blood Rain IP, man. I wonder if I can find that out. Ziggurat Interactive acquired the rights to the Blood Rain franchise. Okay, that's cool. When was this from? You were talking about a new Bond. I was watching YouTube videos talking about E3 1997 when GoldenEye 007. Yes, so, dude, GoldenEye 007 slaps. I'm really excited to do a retrospective video on that one. It's just funny, Eric, you mentioned Bloodstained, and Blood Rain, I mean, and that had me think, back in 2020, the rights to Blood Rain were purchased by a company that wants to do something with them, but I mean, that was 5 years ago. Well, it's about to have been 5 years ago, so I wonder if they're actually doing anything with Blood Rain, or this article says they're planning on it. Didn't Uwe Boll do enough damage to that franchise to bury it for a long time? His movies suck, yes, but I don't think anyone put much stock in movie adaptations of video games. Most of them suck. I mean, Uwe Boll did a Far Cry movie too. I don't know if you know that, but Uwe Boll did a movie on Far Cry back in 2008, and that didn't sink that franchise, and that movie was terrible. Stream idea, watch the Uwe Boll Blood Rain movie. Dude, don't fucking tempt me. I would absolutely do that. I think a lot of Uwe Boll's movies are great. Not great quality, but a lot of fun. I would love that. This is real. This isn't a joke. I'm trying to work out a way to do watch parties of the Bond films, like all of the Bond films. That's what I'm trying to figure out, how I can do that in a way that's both engaging, fun, and dodging copyright. Might have to be Discord only. So there's a new Bond game using... Is it made up? No, it's Bond. There's a new Bond. It's an origin story, so it's young Bond. It's a 26-year-old 007 James Bond before he's 007. So you're not 007, you get recruited to MI6, and you play as James Bond becoming 007. He did try to kill Alone in the Dark as well. Dude, I bet his Alone in the Dark movies are fire. What are you talking about? Uwe Boll is a genius. How can one man shit on so many great franchises? Pure talent. I saw this post go like pseudo viral on X maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe more or less, about posting some clips from I think it was Alone in the Dark, and it was actually like fire. It was like some clips, and it looked really fucking cool. And the caption, the idea of it was basically, modern movies are so soulless and boring that out of context clips from Uwe Boll films actually look interesting and compelling and like passionate in comparison. Sony is backing it with their fat wallet. Yeah, it looks like Sony is one of the people funding IO Interactive to make that James Bond. Did you ever see the James Bond Jr. cartoon from the late 90s? I didn't, but I am seeing it everywhere now. Since the 007 First Light announcement, of course being a younger 26-year-old Bond, people are spamming comparisons between this guy and James Bond Jr., being like, they ripped off James Bond Jr. Personally, I think that's not a good take, because this Bond, it just looks like a younger version of Ian Fleming's Bond. Ian Fleming actually commissioned someone to draft exactly what Bond looked like in his mind, and this guy they got for the new Bond looks just like a slightly younger version of it. It's spot on. It's fantastic casting. It looks just like Bond. And it just so happened that James Bond Jr. looked like the depiction that Ian Fleming had of James Bond, like a young version of it. Like, it's such a weird take to be like, oh, they're ripping off James Bond Jr. from the 90s. It's like, no, they are adapting the way the character looks. Can you imagine if people looked at like Batman and they're like, oh, they gave him horns? They're adapting the animated Batman series from the 90s. Like, no, that's just the way the character looks. You know what I'm saying? They even gave him the scar. No one ever gives him the scar, but in the books he has. I've actually been reading 007 novels recently, so like they're fresh on my mind. Christina Larkin's books were all I needed. Christina, what is that referring to? You lost me. Is that Alone in the Dark? You hit me with something I don't recognize, and I now have to rectify that really quick. I'm Googling. Christina Larkin. Okay, I'm getting a model and an actress. Does she write something? Okay, this is the chick from the Terminator. Oh, okay. She played. Okay, this is the actress who played Rain in Blood Rain. All right, cool. Apparently, she's still doing stuff. Oh, not books. I see. I understand now. Your typo confused me. This is where we're at, people. I know, Eric. It's brutal. Morning over there from over here. Where's over here, Tac2? Where you commenting out of? Classics for movies, when I'm partial to the Brosnan movies because they came out when I was a kid and grew up watching Thunderball, Live and Let Die, and others. Yeah, Brosnan is my number 2. We were talking about this on stream last night. Brosnan is my second favorite of the Bonds. Obviously, Connery's number 1. But Brosnan is number 2. Me too, yeah. From over here. I was going to say something, and I don't remember what it was. I gotta try to remember what I was going to say. Oh well, doesn't matter. We could just go back to talking about state of play. The Digimon game, that was pretty interesting. Connery is the OG. Well, it's not just that he was the OG. The fact that he was the OG matters, but also I actually think he had the best depiction of Bond. I think he was the closest to embodying all of the Bond elements. I think that the writing was the best. First Light looks amazing. It's probably my most hyped for 20. Yes, Parallax. Thank you. It is my number 1 most hyped right now. Silent Hill F looks cool. Snake Eater remake looks cool. First Light, that is the most hyped for a video game I've been in years. Definitely a day 1 for me, possibly a pre-order. That's 2 of us. We got Aussies. Aussies in the chat. Got Aussies in the chat, eh? I can't do an Australian accent. It's not happening. It's not happening. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics. That's pretty cool. I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy. I played all of Final Fantasy 15 and I liked it. And then I played some 14 online. I played about half of Final Fantasy 7 Remake and I played a pinch of the original Final Fantasy 7. It's not that it's like not my thing. It's just there's such big investments. I haven't really had the time to sink into them. But the Tactics remake looks pretty cool. Apple's 8264. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. We're just we're talking, we're hanging out. We're kind of going over state of play right now. God, that First Light trailer looks so. Just seeing the 007 logo is so nice and untainted too, you know. It's not like a new iteration of the 007 logo, which would be a mistake anyway. It is the classic 007. I'm so excited. This game looks really good. I'm spurging, boys. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection looks interesting just because online play. You know, I think if so, that's something I was saying in stream last night. Like, in the case of the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, whenever I saw it getting revealed, I was like, oh my gosh, is this really just an HD remaster of the Mortal Kombat games? And I remember I jokingly said, it's like, you'd be better off just playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the Nintendo 64 or downloading a ROM or something. What a waste. And then they announced it has online play. And I like stepped back. I was like, whoa, that changes everything. Playing the classic Mortal Kombat Trilogy online against people, that's the fucking move. That is the move. That's what more companies should be doing with these remasters. I was thinking that too back in February when I was playing the Jedi Power Battles remake that Aspyr put out. I was like, this is really well made. It's really fun. It's cool. But man, it would be so much better if they had just done the work, put the netcode in to allow for online play. Jedi Power Battles is fundamentally, it's a multiplayer game. It is a co-op game. It was designed with co-op in mind. So selling it, and it did have the couch co-op. Like, you could still bring somebody over and play it co-op that way. But man, it would actually have been worth the $20 if they had put online multiplayer. You know, so seeing them start doing that, like the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection could be like the next step in showing these old developers, if you're going to bring these old games back online, give us the option for it. You don't have to host the servers. Like, we know what to do. We have people who will do that, you know. I got a bunch of the same Final Fantasy game for free, bundled with consoles. It started on a train. I never made it far. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean like it got stolen? Oh, no, you did. No, I'm sorry. I misread that. Started on. Okay. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I was really confused there for a second. Do I have a PS5? I only have a PS2. That's where my love for PlayStation ends for me. Not a fan of anything after that. Okay, no, I don't have a PS5. I've never owned a PS5. There's no reason to. None of the PS5 exclusives have any interest from me. But I will say, PS3. There's a lot of really good PS3 games, man. I feel like you might be missing out. Did you know, Evan, the head of Nintendo America back in the day made a deal and let Blockbuster rent GoldenEye for free because he knew people wanted to play it a bunch, which helped its sales grow. I did not know that, but that makes a lot of sense. Was that Reggie? Was Reggie president at the time? I might be wrong on that. But yeah, that's a really good idea. They don't do things like that anymore. What else was cool? Neo 3 was interesting. I don't know a lot about that. I didn't play the first two. Pragmata. So that's a real game. I was talking to your favorite son about that, and apparently that game was announced years ago, and it has been in development for a while. In looking at the gameplay trailer, it looks pretty cool. Like, that looks like an interestingly fun game to play. It's an original IP. It looks cool. Kind of a new universe to dive into. I remember they showed something for it like a year or two ago, and I was really confused. I was like, what exactly are we looking? Yeah. What exactly are we looking at here? But yeah, that looks really cool. I don't know how to feel about Romeo is a Dead Man, though. Like, that one... What are we feeling about that, guys? I'm looking at the trailer for it right now. Like, the gameplay does look fun. Are you still talking movie tie-in? Yeah, if you have a suggestion, throw it in there. That's still probably gonna happen as a video. I really like the look of Romeo is a Dead Man after giving it a second shot and taking a look at it, but I still feel like it has that quirky air to it. And granted, Suda51 is known for that, you know what I mean? Like, that's... So, I feel a little burnt out on the quirky thing. There's a lot of games that are going for, like, that... Like, look how quirky we are, and I'm kind of over it. Thought of one, but I bet you probably already thought of it or have it on there. Well, I don't know. Throw it in the chat. Let's see. If it's not on the list, I can probably add it, because I really want to pursue that. Silent Hill F is a little bit of a... It's a little bit of an anomaly. Being set in Japan, that's a big difference from a lot of other ones. Unlike watching retrospectives of Suda games, so I'll wait for that. You mean you do like? I'm not unlike. Okay, you like watching... Okay, Michael, tell me. Did you watch the Totally Pointless TV video on No More Heroes? Because I feel like you and I have similar tastes in retrospective videos, and I feel like both of us have probably seen that like 3.5 hour long Totally Pointless TV retrospective on No More Heroes. See, I don't just make retrospectives. I'm genuinely a fan of retrospective content. I actually have like a bunch of creators who I watch their video game content. Totally Pointless TV is one of my favorites. Spider-Man 2, the original, back on PS2 and GameCube. Oh, dude, what a classic. Spider-Man 2 on PS2. Ultimate Spider-Man. That one was even better, in my opinion. Janky Goofy was so good. Yeah, I would say Ultimate Spider-Man was a little bit better. I poured hours into Ultimate Spider-Man as a kid. I don't think so, but I will look that up. That can be my afternoon watch. Oh, dude, you're going to love it. If you like my content, you're gonna love Totally Pointless TV. He doesn't upload nearly as frequently as me. I think he only puts out a video like 2 or 3 times a year. But they're in depth, they're long, they're fun, they're interesting. If I got the kind of views he got, I would probably also be releasing content significantly less. Was Ultimate Spider-Man the third one or on PS2? You never played? Dude, you never played it? God, if dude, you would. Do you like Spider-Man games? Because if so, you would love Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man was not the third one. It was on PS2, but it was like comic book looky. It's the one where you could play as Venom. You're going to love it. If you're a Spider-Man fan, look up Ultimate Spider-Man. You will really like it. What else is State of Play? Oh, dude, Thief. Thief Legacy of Shadow VR. I feel like a lot of people are not happy about that one. Thanks to you reminding me of Jular. My kids are playing Diablo right now, so your taste and mine seem really aligned. Oh, yeah. Jular's Diablo video. I think I'm halfway through that one. I need to head back to it. Dude, his videos are so good. It kind of trips me out that he and I are just like on casual talking terms now. Because we do similar videos and we work together sometimes. But because I just really like his content. Only played Spider-Man 2 OG. Not a fan of superhero games personally, but that is my exception because it's what I got exposed to. Okay, well, you might not like it if you don't like superhero games, but I think Ultimate's the best. Web of Shadows, not super. Yeah, I did a video on that. I did a video on Web of Shadows. I think it's only like 12 minutes long now. That was a fun one, though. I'm looking at this Thief poster, and I'm just... Man, what were they thinking? That fan base is probably pissed. Like, the first new Thief game in over a decade, and it's that. Oh, man, I just know that fan base is feeling scorned. Man, it was good. It was a good state of play. But it's got me wondering. It's got me thinking, like, what are we looking forward to tomorrow? You guys know tomorrow is Summer Games Fest. It's SGF. Like, what are they going to reveal? Obviously, I think we're going to get some kind of Death Stranding 2 thing. I really do. I think we're getting some kind of Death Stranding 2. Like some footage, cutscene. I don't know. We're getting some kind of Death Stranding 2 footage, but I'm trying to think about what else might show up tomorrow at the SGF. Like, I'm possibly Resident Evil 9. Like, that's the rumor. That's what I've been seeing. Active voice for Spider-Man 2, and they got... Yeah, I know they had the original voice actors for that. That was cool. Insert that first time thing as a Thief fan. Are you a Thief fan, Michael? I mean, it seems like that seems like something you might be into based on what I've seen you say that you like. I own Deadly Shadows. I played Deadly Shadows and I played the 2014 reboot that everybody hated, but I never played the Metal Age or the original, which I've heard Deadly Shadows is the best one anyway, so... Right, State of Play. No, SGF. What are we thinking? I don't know. I don't know about this Resident Evil 9 thing. Like, that's the rumor right now. The big rumor right now is that Resident Evil 9 might make an appearance at Summer Games Fest. And I'm not convinced. I could see it. If it happens, I won't be surprised. But at the same time, you know... That would be a strange place to announce such a huge title. Randy Pitchford walks out on stage and announces a new Duke Nukem game. That's not going to happen, Eric. That's not going to happen. Randy Pitchford, he will not be announcing a new Duke Nukem game. Not now, not ever. If a new Duke Nukem game gets announced, it won't be him saying it. I know he owns the franchise, but he would wash his hands of that IP before he ever announced a new one. As a Looking Glass fan, yeah, OG Looking Glass. Good stuff. Beat the original RE2 and RE3 and the remakes. Luckily, I own them on Steam. Depending on what you like, you may or may not like different things from both the remakes and the originals, but all of them are great. Kind of burned out on sequels and remakes. Want something new, character and creativity, please. I'd like a story. Good news, TAC 2. 007 First Light looks exactly like what you're looking for. Fat fingers, tiny buttons. Oh, because of the typos. No, dude, I don't have fat fingers, but it is so easy to mistype. Annihilus, I hadn't seen you in the chat in a while. Callisto was new and pretty good, and it got dunked on because her dodge button bad. I liked Callisto Protocol. I actually have been tossing up the idea of doing like a Callisto Protocol retro, like what would it be, 3 years later? The Callisto Protocol 3 years later kind of look back video, try to figure out what the fuck is actually going on with that game, if it actually is good, that kind of thing. Watched a lot of streaming on the RE2 remake. Looks like top quality, honestly fun and challenging. Yeah, the RE2 remake is probably one of the highest quality remakes in the industry right now. Like, it is top notch. I vibe with the RE2 remake. It's not as good as the original RE4, but nothing else is. De-googling, so using a different keyboard on my phone. Muscle memory screwing me. Oh, dude. I am a terrible typist when it comes to like sending messages because I don't proofread messages. You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to spend the extra time to proofread a fucking like personal text message? It's not that deep. You can ask any, like, I'll be texting somebody on Discord or something, and they'll be sending me like these good messages, and I'm sending shit like no capitalization, no punctuation, words misspelled. It looks bad. It's like I'm just, you know what I'm saying. Why am is it super important that I take an extra 15 seconds to verify? You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. Haven't been on it forever. Work has been soul drained, just long hours, very burnt out. Got to keep going, I guess. Ah, dude. Yeah, man. I feel for you, brother. I hope things are looking up. Did you watch the state of play? We got good stuff coming soon. I hope hopefully once you see some of these new games we got coming up, it'll give you some chipper, because I don't know if you're a Bond fan. That First Light trailer looks fire. So I don't know, man. Hang in there. Hang in there. Elijah J. I am the worst mip selling. Elijah, I like the cut of your jib, fella. I think we're on the same page. Plus one positive vibes for a nihilist. That's right. I am now forcing you to have a +1 positivity today. It can't be undone. It's over. You're gonna be slightly more positive for the rest of the day, and this is not optional. You don't have a choice. It's been forced upon you. I'm sorry. I hate to do you like that, but you will now be slightly more positive for the rest of the day. It's too late. Can't be undone. You can't be unpositivitied. That's it. Sorry, man. Saw the Thief VR game, and all I can say is yes, please. Oh, guys, we got a pro Thief VR in the chat. Annihilus, talk to me. Why the fandom hates the idea of a Thief VR game? The reboot was divisive. Okay, well, a better question. I don't really have a stake in this game because I only played like 2 Thief games, and I didn't even beat one of them. Tell me why you're excited for a VR Thief game. I want to know. For the grammar police, if they thought the message is portrayed and understood, then what's it matter? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mitra came up to me the moment I got home, tail wagging. Hell yeah. Mitra Surik, the dog. It's a good day. We don't deserve dogs. That's what my girlfriend's always saying. Could be cool for sure. The Thief 2014 reboot is very That's what I would say. I remember when I was playing it, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, man, this is like a cool idea, but it just didn't feel very like super well executed. It felt sanitized. It felt incredibly sanitized. As I was playing it, I was kind of thinking to myself, man, I could just be playing Dishonored and be getting like a better version of this. It didn't have enough to make it feel unique, to make it stand out, and I think that's a problem. I'm excited because 1, I need more VR games. 2, I like Thief. 3, despite not liking the reboot, it looks like it's going to be a title bridging the originals. 4, Stephen Russell's voice was heard. Yeah, it's hard not to get a little excited when you hear Garrett coming back. I know people love Garrett, but the idea, I feel like, and this is the idea that I was getting from it, Annihilus, I think Garrett's personality is in the eyeball, and I think that chick, that new female character, puts the eye. I think what she does, that the eyeball goes in her head. Garrett's not back. He's in her head. It's like a Johnny Silverhand thing from Cyberpunk, and I fucking hate that. I don't like that at all. I never once tried VR. To me, it's still in its infancy stage. Haven't seen anything that seems groundbreaking in the field of tech yet. Like, looks like short, sweet game demos from what I've seen. I played Resident Evil 4 VR, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had in a video game. But I haven't done anything VR since, and I played it at a friend's house, but it was awesome. Want a Thief game to be all about the emergent gameplay. I don't care how they present it, but any scripted sequences and single path of progression, they lost it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That makes sense. If they have the original Garrett back, I hope it'll be of some quality. We also saw some Hammerite and Pagan imagery. Yeah, I know they got the factions back, but I don't think Garrett is gonna. I think Garrett's gonna be a voice in your head, which is it's terrible. I'm not hyped about that idea. Oh, we got a new Helldivers thing coming out. And both love and hate the Hammerites. Hell yeah. Well, the fact that we're even talking about it is huge. The fact that we're sitting here discussing the new Thief game, that's massive for the IP. I think we're up. I think we up after that state of play. That's what I think. I maintain that it is the best state of play in years. You know your Star Wars. The Revenge of the Sith game is one of the highest viewed retrospectives on YouTube right now. GG's my dude. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate the kind words. But if I'm being honest, I think that's because the algorithm believes that people love that video because of all of the comments telling me I was pronouncing the word Grievous wrong. Which I was. I was pronouncing the word Grievous wrong. And I think that all of the comments, I think that the fact that there were so many comments telling me that I was pronouncing Grievous wrong are the reason the algorithm thought people really liked that video. And I kind of think the same thing is happening with the Obi-Wan video. Because I typoed the date. I said Attack of the Clones came out in 2022. Obviously came out in 2002. Right? Obviously I was way off. But I think that why YouTube take away half my experience. It resets every time, brother. But I think it's just because I fucked up and made a mistake. Which, it's fine. You know, I'll take it. That's cool. Just help to get more views in the inso, still be going. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, I'm about it. It won't diminish the original Thief trilogy, quadrilogy now. Yeah, true. Also, if they're bringing Thief back, I'm once again praying for the return of Deus Ex. I asked for this. That'd be cool. I love that. I would love to see Deus Ex come back. How are you pronouncing it? Drevis? Kind of want to watch it now. Okay. I'm going to answer that. Don't go watch it. Let me explain before you do. No such thing as bad PR. Oh, there is, but in this case, it's fine. Engagement is engagement. Yeah, that's right. Obi-Wan, General Grievous, this is an intervention. You need to stop smoking, using our lightsabers as smokes. That is a tactic YouTubers use, even to say or put some controversial title, trigger comments, drive engagement. I know you didn't do it on purpose, but hey, ride the gravy train, bro. Well, you know, that's something... I talk to a lot of other YouTubers, actually. I'm involved in a lot of other, like, YouTube spheres, and I talk to a lot of other creators, some of which are pretty big, some of which are mild-sized. And one of the things that is kind of known about it is... One of the things that is kind of well known is if you fuck up and you make a mistake, it'll grab attention. Some YouTubers do it on purpose. I don't. I have mistakes that slip through, and it just happens organically. And if it happens organically, I just let it happen. I overlook it, you know. And it does tend to drive engagement, but that's not something I do on purpose. I know some YouTubers do, but I don't. This is, well, oh yeah. Anyways, got back from watching Zombie. Oh yeah, the Grievous thing. Okay, I was pronouncing it Grievous. I don't know why. I apparently I've been doing that my whole life. I don't know why, but I was pronouncing it General Grievous. I could not tell you why I was doing that, all right? But it's General Grievous. And a lot of people just can't handle the extra I in Grievous. So, whatever. I didn't know you streamed also. If you know who this is, don't say my name. I don't know who this is. Should I? I might. If I know you, I don't know your username. So, but yeah, I stream 3 days a week. That's kind of more recent, though. I used to not stream hardly ever. I started streaming more frequently here recently. Why do some YouTubers change the thumbnails on their videos? Okay, so that's an interesting question. It's because whenever you're putting up a video, the Studio app allows you to put 3 thumbnails to test. So what ends up happening is you upload 3 different thumbnails, and algorithmically it'll test out each thumbnail until it finds the one that people click on the most, and then it selects that permanently. The Death Star finds a fleet of Borg cubes. Hell yeah. I was your team leader at the big blue box. Hey! Wait a second. Hang on. I'm gonna look you up real quick. I think I know who you are. I won't say your name, though. Okay. Yeah, what's up? Yes, I see you, man. I see you. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. That's awesome, man. Looks like you're doing pretty good. Cool. How did you even end up subscribed to my YouTube channel? This one wasn't active until long after I had moved on from the blue box, as you called it. I got you on Twitch. I don't have a Twitch. I don't use Twitch. Fuck yeah, dude. 12,000 followers. You're killing it, man. That's awesome. Loopy Fist is, he's an old homie from my old job from years ago at this point. I don't know how long it's been. I was on your For You page right now. That's crazy, man. I guess you must have just yeah, it's me, man. That's crazy. How about that, brother? Oh, man. Yeah, that's a throwback. I don't even live there anymore. I moved to Florida. Sorry about ignoring all of your other comments. I'm going to go back and read it. But this is just an old homie from back in the day. Fanfic once where the Borg encountered the Death Star. That's crazy. People are getting wild with fanfics. I don't think it ever got finished, but that escalated quickly. I have an iconic look. I think I have a weird look. I think that's what it is. Georgia. Damn, dude. I'm in North Florida. Are you, are you in North Georgia? Or, I mean, you don't have to put it on there, but we could easily grab lunch at some point, man. Yeah, you're going to want to make a new account, Patriot Jedi, yeah. Yeah, Grievous. I don't know what was going on with that, man. Hail Loopy Fist. Yeah, okay, cool. People watching, I guess he does gaming content on his Twitch. Could be worth giving him a follow on Twitch. 30 minutes outside Atlanta. Okay, that's like, it's like 4 hours. Maybe 5 hours. But still, cool. Good for you, man. Getting out of that hellhole we used to live in. That's what's up. Can't even enjoy Assassin's Creed unless I disconnect my internet now, unless I want the game freezing. Oof, damn. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a billion years, man. I don't even know what's going on with it. Got a message from a girl I used to work with asking me to vote for her to appear as a guest DJ at a local festival. Got me thinking, and I realized this is how I last work with her. Man, it goes, yeah, it does. It goes, that's how it is sometimes, man. Time flies. Watch a lot of court cases streaming from Georgia. Wacky place. All places are wacky. Don't get it twisted. All places are wacky in some kind of way, man. Do they shadow ban by IP or just account? I think it's just account. And even the idea, like the way shadow banning works, it could be anything. A lot of people, the algorithm, it's not, sometimes I think it might be an intentional shadow ban, but sometimes the algorithm just decides that a channel isn't doing what it wants it to do, and the algorithm itself won't pay attention to you anymore. So who knows, man. It's way back. Yeah, time, you can't even keep up with it. It's I'm in a Discord of YouTubers trying to figure out. I mean, it's kind of always part of the conversation to think about what the algorithm is wanting. Think about what the algorithm is trying to get out of people, what it's finding, because the algorithm is, it's not an entity per se, but it is a procedurally inconsistent thing, because it is reading the choices, the clicks, the engagement of millions of people, and that is altering the way that it functions. So you have to be on your toes pretty much at all times. This may interest you. I'm currently working on a mod that replaces almost all of the stock music in Jedi Outcast. Oh, cool. What music are you replacing it with? Like KOTOR music or something? Makes sense? Yeah. I can't recall any music from Outcast except for the Cantina song on the second mission. Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know how well it would work. You would need the right music from the right thing. Seems like it changes so much, it's tough to keep up with what is needed to do to get a video to get views depending on what it is. Yeah, it changes a lot, and you have to dial in. You have to be paying very close attention. The biggest thing you can do is like I don't mean this literally, so don't get, nobody get weird about this, but essentially, like, astral project. And I mean, what I mean by that is leave what you think about things behind. Look at videos that are doing well. Look at what their description looks like, what their thumbnail looks like, what their title looks like, and what their content looks like. Take note and try to emulate it. Don't copy it. Copying it doesn't work. You have to emulate it. You have to kind of put your own touch on it. The reason this is the thing to do, some people get an idea. It's like, oh, I don't want to just copy what's popular. That's not what's happening. It's not a creativity kind of thing when you're dealing with the algorithm. It's the algorithm has decided these are the boundaries that I want you to work in. And you find those boundaries, you accept them, and you're like, okay, I can be creative within these boundaries. And then that's what will push your video. And then those boundaries will move, and then you have to find those boundaries again and be creative inside of them. I just didn't want my channel just to be gaming. I wanted to be able to post other types of videos, non-game related, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, that's going to be a hard sell. That's going to be a really hard one. I wish you luck on figuring it out. Normally, that's something only people who have already gotten a huge following and have a pre-established following can do. Because a lot of times people come to your channel for a certain kind of content, and they're expecting that content. And then if you have built, even if you do build an audience of people who come for a certain kind of content, if they stop getting that content, they won't engage with your other videos. And the poor performance of those videos could subsequently kill your channel. So if you put out like 10 banger gaming videos, and then you put out 10 flop fitness videos, the algorithm will get really confused and they'll stop recommending your content. So you have to try to be at least somewhat consistent, all right? That's why fitness channels, everything they post is fitness related, because the algorithm is like, that's what it decides. It's like, okay, this is fitness. I'm gonna show this to people who like fitness. If Alex Eubank all of a sudden started posting food content, not fitness related food content, but he started reviewing fast food or something, that might not go over super well. You have to be somewhat consistent. I also replaced the music of earlier levels with a lot of music from Dark Forces 1 as a callback to when Kyle was just... That's awesome. I love that. Did you use the remastered tracks? So you think doing multiple channels is better? Is it too much extra work? It's probably too much extra work, honestly. It depending on the content. I think the right decision is just don't try to do multiple things. I think that's probably the move. Figure out one thing and just do it. Do a lot of it. This is not my first YouTube channel. I have like 4 others, and I have tried different things because I just love creating content. It's not like I said I'm like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. That's not really how it happened. I just knew that I was a very creative person. I love creating content. I love video editing, and so I just was always doing it. I've been doing it for a long, long time. And eventually I figured out, okay, well, the video game retrospective thing is really fun. I love watching these. I'm going to try to do it, but I probably will not be doing these forever. I want to keep growing my content and growing the channel and slowly kind of maybe pivot it towards something a little different. I think the live streams might help a lot with that as well. Would you stream on Kick? Not unless they paid me. I'm not big enough for them to pay me, so probably not. No. I think Kick has a reputation for being a certain kind of platform that I probably would not want to be on unless I was getting paid. I have the music from Artist Mind, Best Been Understated, replaced in Near Totality. Ketchum Post will not change because TIE Fighter Attack is so iconic. Okay, yeah, that's probably good. Structure Jedi Academy mod with a few years back. That's cool. I love that. Some game reviews with my perspective and thoughts and taking some notes of how you do it. Not copying for inspiration. Yeah, or copy it. Whatever. You know, just don't actually copy paste my content. But yeah, do what works. Yeah, it's got to be stuff you're passionate about. It's got to be stuff you love, because the amount that you have to do it for it to work will make you fucking hate it unless you really love it. The amount of time that I am working on videos for this channel and stuff for this channel, ideas for this channel, if I did not love what I do, would make me hate it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me hate it because I love it, because I love video editing, because I love script writing. But I've loved writing since I was a teenager. I have a bachelor's degree in English. I've been through 4 creative writing classes. If I didn't love writing, doing this would have made me hate it. So just before you start investing in a channel or whatever, make sure that what it is that you're doing is something that you really love. Do they kick people? No, they don't kick people. I don't think that's why they call it kick. What's up, gangster? What's up, Gunner? Yavin Temple uses KOTOR's Dantooine tracks. Oh, that's good choices. That's good picks. Speaking truth, yeah. See, looking at Loopy Fist's Twitch stream, I can tell he puts a lot of work into it, puts a lot of effort into keeping consistent and quality content. I took a peek at it, kind of looked at your setup. It's clear that you love it, and I'm sure you have had that same kind of thing where you have felt that you were like, yeah, fuck, this is brutal, and you think to yourself, but I do love what I'm doing. You know, so you kind of, that kind of pulls you through, and it kind of goes up and down. You're like, oh, I love this. And you're like, oh, I'm really, really grinding gears to get through this. And you might not be able to get through that, like, grinding gears to get through it parts if you do not adore what you're doing. I like that if you build it, they will come mentality. Put something out there you feel is worth watching, and if people like it, they will follow. I don't know how true that is anymore. I don't think it's enough to build it and wait for people to come. Like, it's much more aggressive in this modern age that we live in, especially with social media algorithms and AI and everything. It's a lot more aggressive now. Hey, can you play Farm Climber for YouTube playables? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look that up. Then that's false advertising. Well, it's not. The name of the website isn't KICK. It's just KIK. Worked on any new music lately? Not lately, but I mean, I do have an album in the works that I'll keep you guys posted on. It's gonna be beefy and heavy. Uses music from Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed has great music. It's great to sit and talk to people and have a great time, but you also know this from where we worked at. It's great to make your own rules and do your own thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean about that. Being able to kind of make your own rules is a big benefit, but it can also be a huge detriment. For instance, the first 2 or 3 months of this month, I was really struggling with maintaining a schedule because no one holds me accountable but me. I'm my own boss kind of deal. And that sounds glamorous, but sometimes you start making poor decisions, and those poor decisions will compound onto other poor decisions, and you're in a hole and you don't even know it. So recently, in these past couple of weeks, I've had to really lock in. Things are a lot better now. I'm on a consistent schedule, waking up same time every morning, hitting the gym same time every morning, eating eggs, cooked tomatoes. It's a lot better now, but you have to really be on top of yourself because no one else is going to be. Tavion, the goth Sith chick. Yeah, Tavion. She was the villain in 2 games. She was a sub-villain in Outcast, and she was like the main villain in Academy. Many people comment in my videos liking the more simple, to-the-point style of videos, opposite of Mr. Beastification of YouTube style. Well, yeah, that's the thing about YouTube. So many people are on it that there's a lot of niche for a little bit of everybody. Silly mod that replaces the footstep of Galaxy Meth with... That might be taking it too far. Being your own boss can be stressful as a fire truck. Yes. Can you play skincare ASMR for YouTube? What does that mean? I don't know. What are these people coming and asking me to play playables? Are these like bot accounts? Finding an aesthetic you'll be comfortable with for a long time is important as well. I love Grimbeard at least 20% for the vibe and framing devices. Yeah, he has a vibe for sure. And I kind of have some. I'm slowly figuring mine out more and more. So like the off-white, off-black aesthetic of my channel took me a while to figure out that that's what I liked, and now I'm leaning more and more into it. And then this little guy that I designed by hand and I animated him by hand, like he's kind of more in my aesthetic. So yeah, it's not easy to figure out what you like, and a lot of people will just kind of start with something and move from there, and that's what I recommend. You know, if you have to buy a little streamer template to start, that's fine. I think that's fine. The worst mistake you can make is trying to just get it all right to begin with. I would not advise that. Just say fuck it, get it started, and move from there. Alter as you go. Yeah, hopefully not the bots. I'm also eating the eggs, not because I want to, but because I need to. You said it, Loopy. I both want to and I need to. I love having eggs. I've actually, part of my fitness journey lately has been making aesthetic eggs, right? I've been talking to my girlfriend about this a whole lot. Like, that's part of it for me, is I want to start being able to like make my breakfast plate of like the eggs and the cooked tomatoes be like super aesthetic looking, to get that perfect like sunny side up look, and just have that on the plate. That would be sick. So that's been part of my thing. You make it fun for yourself. You gamify it. Mods in the chat. Can you play Tall Man for YouTube playables? Can we start timing these people out? These are clearly bots. I don't have a vibe. I just show up, party, and get free drinks. I hear that. Streamer, can you stream Doom the Dark Ages? I bet it'll run great. I actually got it running, Ash. It works now. I'm going to be streaming it really soon. Not tonight, but very soon. Maybe Saturday, if I'm not burnt out from streaming tomorrow. Fuck Doom the Dark. Cool little dude. Thank you, Gunner. Yeah, made him literally, I made him myself. The animations, hand animated. Be egg-tastic to see them. I should stream myself making eggs. Yeah, that'd be cool. If that campaign is quality, then it's probably worth the asking price. I personally don't care about the multiplayer. Dark Ages doesn't have multiplayer, I'm pretty sure. It really feels. Load up that damn Halo. Probably not tonight. It doesn't need to be shoehorned into everything. Yeah. Offer me free hot dogs. Why would you hate getting offered free hot dogs? That sounds fantastic. Stream himself make. Okay, I read that. Go visit Jared and experience how the Japanese do the total plate experience. Jared invited me to come stay like a week at his crib. That's not special to me. He's actually very open. He invites a lot of people to come hang with him. But Jared has told me if I ever find myself in Japan, I can stay a few days with him, and that'd be chill. So maybe that's actually a real viable thing that might happen. Doom killed your rig when you played it too. Dude, I couldn't even get it running. But I just got it running. I have a good enough rig. I think it should be fine now that it's functioning. But getting it running was a whole issue. Shit, Jared. Yeah, Jared. Avalanche Reviews, though. Jared from Avalanche Reviews. I need to clarify that I'm talking about another YouTuber. A glizzy sounds so good right now. I'm gonna have a whole ass pizza tonight. It is not in my gym routine diet, but I fucking want it, so I'm gonna have it. especially because tomorrow I'm going to be streaming for like 7 hours or something. I'm going to start streaming at 5 with your favorite son. I won't be streaming on my channel. I'll be guest on his channel, but I'm actually planning to start streaming on my channel at like 8:45 tomorrow night to stream a different event. So it's just going to be a long night of streaming tomorrow. So if you guys want like a 5-hour Evan stream, you're going to want to be on your favorite son's channel for the first 4 hours, and then I'll be doing my own thing later. 3 hours, 3 or 4, something like that. Shamelessly recommend Psychonauts. I have not played it, but it would be cool. That would be an insane week, I'm sure. I mean, me and Jared would probably just be lifting weights 2 hours a day every day and then seeing the sights. I do want to go take him up on that offer, me and my girlfriend both. Before I can do that, I want to save up the money to go and stay a week with my boy in Europe. I got a good friend of mine who lives in the UK, Jarf, and that's his name. Well, that's not his name, that's his username. So I really want to save up the money for the plane tickets and go stay a week over there with him in England. The pizza pie. 1,000 things to juggle tomorrow. I have no idea how I'm going to get everything done. Is a lot. It's a pepperoni and sausage pizza. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a big day, for sure. What the fuck is... I'm getting harassed by bots these days, man. What the hell is going on? I mean, granted, the other one was like 2 weeks ago, but I got bots busting in my chat, spamming like unpleasant things. This is insane. I mean, I will admit, this is way better than last time. Because here, it's just like some kind of spam. 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was actual like psychopaths spamming slurs. Had to shut the whole stream down. So I'll take this. This is manageable. Scream into the void or play KOTOR 2. You really can't go wrong with playing KOTOR 2. I am so looking forward to doing the videos on the KOTOR games. That's just the YouTube chat period. Yeah, I mean, you get used to it, I guess. But man, it's frustrating. It's like how are all these bots getting through? Pretty soon we're going to have AI versus AI. We're going to have AI manufacturing bots and sending them into the fray. And we're going to have AI trying to find and disable the bots. It's Skynet prototypes. All that AI talk lately in stream is bringing the bots. Look, I hope not. I hope that's not what it is. I'm about to stop talking about AI forever. Keep them out of here. Nothing like shameless begging to show your games are awesome, right? Wait, what is that referring to? Insane Week, Psychonaut. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I must have missed that in the chat. The robots are taking over. That's right. I'm looking forward to your video on Quake 2 expansion, especially called The Machine. I finished the Reckoning today. You'll be happy to know. As far as the Quake 2 thing coming along, the Quake 2 expansion video coming along, I finished the Reckoning today. I have to do Ground Zero. I have to do Call of the Machine. And then I may or may not do an entire playthrough of the PS1 Quake 2. Depending. We'll see. But yeah, that should be out next month. Either late this month or early next month. I gotta do this Jak 3 video. Soon you won't even know that a chatter is bot. Followers for 1.5 years will come out as a bot and shock you. That's coming, man. That's coming. I am not looking forward to that, and I do think that it is right around the corner. Bots asking you to play stuff. Oh, yeah, that's what you're referring to. One of the better streams I've seen. Can you play my mini cart for YouTube playables? Thanks, Carl Bot Fredrickson. Ground Zero sucked. Don't tell me that, man. Because the Reckoning already sucked. I didn't like the Reckoning at all. What did you think of that Bond trailer? Brother, I've been nothing but hype for the past day and a half. Since I saw that Bond trailer yesterday, I've been spurging out about how cool it is and how excited I am. I'm a huge Bond fan. I've been reading the novels, the Fleming novels, which I own. And I mean, I wasn't even doing that in anticipation for the trailer. I was just doing it. I've been reading the Bond books for a couple of weeks, and I was just prepping. I didn't even know that I was prepping for the First Light announcement. I'm spurging out about that. I'm already planning. I was already planning this, by the way. Like, I didn't see the First Light reveal and then plan it. Like, it's been in the books for weeks that as soon as I'm done with Quake and Jak and Daxter, I'm starting a series on Hitman and the Bond games, all of the Bond games. Great that I stumbled upon you on my For You page. Gotta get ready for a Night Rain collab with some pals. Otherwise, I would stay on and chat. Great, we both grown pretty well on totally different plats. Keep up the good work, dude. Thank you, LoopyFist. I have subscribed to your YouTube channel. I don't use Twitch, otherwise I would follow you on there. But I don't have a Twitch account. But I subscribe to your YouTube. Praying you take off, brother. Hopefully, if I see you in chat, now I know. You might see me on a comment on one of your videos, man. Take care. God bless, and I hope you continue to grow, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm doing a Hitman series. That's the plan anyway. Quake 2 64 is actually good. I beat Quake 2 64 already. Already done that. Already got all the footage for that. Sweats in Robot, yeah. Have a simple need for Bond game. Laser Watch, Silence Pistol, Love Interest, Floozy to Rescue, basic need. That's right. Physical, not far more than the reality of what we have now. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, once I finish Quake and Jak and Daxter, hopefully they won't take the whole year. They probably will. But once that's done, it'll be back and forth between Bond and Hitman. So I'll either do a Bond game and a Hitman game, or the other way around. So it's either, I don't know which one I'm going to do. I might do GoldenEye first. I might start next year off. 2026 January might be GoldenEye, and then Hitman Codename 47. And then back and forth between the two. And then probably slide some Star Wars games in there as well. That new Bond becoming a huge franchise, I think it probably will. I think it is likely to become a huge franchise. All of this Quake talk launches the original Quake. Got to play the expansions. Man, telling me Ground Zero sucks is a little demoralizing though, because I did not like The Reckoning at all. It just goes on for too long. It's too hard in like an annoying way. It's not like ultra challenging. It just drags the fuck on. And I don't like the new guns either. Bust out one of the Telltale game series. I could see myself covering those. I don't know when I would do it, but I could see that happening. That would be cool. I am mad excited for the Bond stuff, though. It's hard to go back to the OG Hitman. He's so clunky and unresponsive. Times fun, though. Well, you see, I have the benefit of only ever having played one. I've really only played Blood Money. And that was probably a decade ago. That's probably over 10 years ago that I played Blood Money. So I don't know a whole lot about Hitman. I just know... The reason I was going to do it is because I knew the Bond game was being developed by IO, so we'll see. Would you review the Crysis games one day? Yeah, I would love to. I really want to do the Crysis games. I might go in and finish the Far Cry games. I don't know. We'll see. Favorite next time? I think, yeah, I can play Quake on Nightmare. Remind me of the Double Shameless Can episode 2. Ugh. I've thought about doing like an attempt at streaming beating Quake on Nightmare for fun. We'll see. Double A. Sup, man? First time chatter was introduced to you by Scott's Thinker. Oh, yeah. Scott's Thinker's a friend. Love his stuff. He does good work. Does good work on YouTube. Hope he continues to grow. Man, you're joining kind of near the end of the stream, though. We're wrapping up soon. But good news, I stream 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sometimes I do more. So like tomorrow night I'm planning to stream. So I do special extra streams, but on average my weekly schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. How do we know you aren't a robot? Nah, if he was a robot he'd be saying some stupid, silly stuff. If it makes you feel better, the people that made Ground Zero made Sin and Star Trek Elite 4. Oh, cool. That's neat. I like that. When you do the Crysis games, remember to mention Richard K. Morgan being a bit of a letdown. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Alright, guys. I think we might be approaching the end of tonight's stream. Okay, the Altered Carbon guy. I was looking up Richard K. Morgan. I think he worked on Syndicate. I think he wrote Syndicate the game. He did. That's what it was. I knew him from somewhere. That's the guy who wrote the Altered Carbon books. He also wrote the story for Crysis 2, and he wrote the story for Syndicate, the third game, the reboot, which is fire. There's a Syndicate video in the works. It's at a dead end right now, and I have to go retrieve it, bring it back, and finish it. I'll get there. I will get there. Thank you. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a night for now. It's the shorter stream. Rich only did Crysis. He only did Crysis 2. That's correct. I will be streaming again soon. Tomorrow night, actually, as a special stream. I don't normally stream on Fridays, but tomorrow night will be a special stream. It'll be a little bit later, probably around 8:30, which is about this time. So the time I'm ending here now will be the time I'm starting to stream tomorrow. I'll be on Your Favorite Son stream much earlier, though. I'll be on Your Favorite Son stream around 5 o'clock tomorrow night. So catch me there. I'm really excited for 007 GoldenEye, dude. I know it's down the road, but that's going to be amazing. Yeah, fucking love GoldenEye. And then after GoldenEye, I'll do Tomorrow Never Dies and World Is Not Enough, Nightfire, everything. I'll make my way through it. But starting with GoldenEye, and then when I'm done with that, I'll go back and cover the much older arcade-like games and compile them into one. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Thank you. God bless everybody. Pizza time, indeed. Damn ad. Sorry about ya. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, so I'll miss it. Oh, dude. Well, happy birthday to your father. Family is priorities. Your dad's birthday comes first. Appreciate him. You know, they won't be here forever. It's important that you spend time with them, okay? They really won't. So you'll be happy. You'll be happy that you chose to spend time with him. I promise. All right, guys. Okay, that's that. Cheers and farewell. Tune in. Keep tuning in, and I will see you all very soon. Mogen All right, guys.